Olá, você ligado aqui na Consoles e Jogos Brasil, em Giléu que vos fala! E hoje tá rolando festa aqui no jogo Marvel's Midnight Suns e eu preciso agora interagir com a galera. Não precisaria, mas eu quero interagir com o povo aqui.
It's too much.
What is wrong?
Everything. Been a while since we've been able to let loose.
The Avengers, you mean?
Yeah, we've been busy. We see far too much of each other, and yet nowhere near enough. I can't stop thinking about Bruce. I want to hate him for what he did, but I keep wondering if this was our fault. He always gets into trouble when he's alone. Did we blow him off? Did he reach out but we missed it? I don't know.
Yes, that might be what happened. Do not let it happen with the others.
Yeah, I'm not always the best with interpersonal stuff. Doesn't mean I can't get better at it. Enough of my moping. I'm going to enjoy this party. I suggest you do the same.
I prefer smaller parties. My last birthday had 2,000 guests.
How do you know thousands of people?
I wouldn't say I know them. Most of them are business flunkies, glad-handers, general hangers-on. Half the night I'm shaking hands and managing expectations. I spend so much time as Mr. Stark, I'm lucky if I get to be Tony.
Birthdays are better with people who know you.
I'm coming around to it. Not that I plan to invent a worldwide crisis next year to have a cozy birthday party. Although... No, I shouldn't.
From everything I'd heard about the Abbey, I hadn't expected it to be so festive.
What did you hear?
Just the basics from Tony and Carol. They made it sound like a wayward home for troubled youths.
Do you believe that?
So far, I see heroes throwing a birthday party for one of their teammates. It's what the Avengers used to do before we got so busy. Treasure these moments. They'll keep you going when times are tough.
We're go for cake, right?
Soon, and save some for the rest of us.
No promises.
This is great. I wish the other heroes did stuff like this.
Celebrate birthdays?
Yeah. I guess it's difficult when you don't know each other's real names, or actual birthdays, which would completely invalidate our secret identities. But why are we talking about this when there's cake to cut?
You know what they call this? The calm before the storm.
What makes you say that?
Just a feeling.
This party was a great idea. Maybe it'll cheer up the Avengers.
You think so?
It's a party, right? I hope it helps them feel at home.
This all came together nicely.
Are you surprised?
Somewhat. Nico's plans get ahead of her, at times. But it's quite pleasant.
What a delightful distraction. Though I find my work at the Forge invigorating, the occasional entertainment prevents burning out.
It is good to take a break when you can.
Oh, I meant literal burning from the inside out. One of the hazards of manipulating hellfire.
Just me, or is Magic not having a good time?
I heard Magic does not like surprises.
No, that can't be it. We're friends. I'd know if that was true, right? I don't get it. Everyone loves surprise birthday parties. I should know. I missed out on a few when I was on the run.
Why are you so concerned?
Wanda is gone. Bruce Banner is fighting for the other team, and the world's going to actual hell if we don't stop it. A birthday party is a good way to lift everyone's spirits. I'm sure we can fix this. You mind letting her know it's time to cut the cake?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be right there.
What?
Are you all right?
I have endured enough of this. This has gone on long enough. You made me the center of attention I do not need at a party I did not want. So what do you want now? To cut the cake?
Magic, wait.
Fine. I will cut the cake.
Cool party?
Ileana's my friend. How could I have missed this?
You should not blame yourself.
And why not? If I'd paid attention to what she wanted, I wouldn't have driven her away. I want to fix this, but I can't follow her to Limbo. Although, maybe you could?
Tell me what I need to do.
The Staff of One can bring you close to her. When you find her, could you talk to her? Make sure she's all right? That's all I care about.
Is this a one-way trip?
It shouldn't be. Once you find magic, she can open a portal to send you back. Hopefully, both of you.
What is the best way to approach magic?
I feel like I'm the last person you should ask. I'm sure the others have some advice.
How different will this be from our usual trips through Limbo?
I know as much as you do. The landscapes might be trippier than usual.
I need a moment. I want to see what the others have to say.
Can't hurt to ask. Tell me when you're ready and I'll send you to Limbo.
Always wanted to do that.
That went exactly the way I expected.
I need to speak with Magic. Any advice?
Woman's not hard to figure out if you pay attention.
She does not say much.
Makes it easier to listen.
Wish I'd picked up on Magic's mood before she unloaded on Nico. Sometimes I can tell when she's getting upset. Talk her down, you know?
Do you have any advice?
Just be there for her. That goes a long way with Magic.
Was it me? Did I mess up? I messed up, didn't I?
You did nothing wrong.
Really?
Really?
Good, good. Well, I don't know her at all, but she seems really cool. And it's still a party until I hear otherwise. If you think it'll help, tell her I'll stick around.
I was afraid this would happen.
I will bring her back.
I know. When you find her, make sure she knows the Abbey will always be a home to her.
So is this a normal thing with her, or...?
Mr. Stark.
To Limbo, then. I caution you, this shall not resemble the leisurely jaunts you take from the wild cliffs.
Any pointers?
If you find yourself upon a path, do not stray from it, especially if someone or something encourages you to do so. Oh, and, bring some hand sanitizer. Few realize our reality is the least, let's say, sticky.
Poor kid. Is there anything I can do to help?
I could use some advice.
My gut says this isn't a clash of personalities. Magic's fighting her own demons. Nico happened to catch some friendly fire.
Thanks. I will keep that in mind.
I'll leave you to it. Good luck, Hunter.
I'm guessing this is out of character for Magic?
Yes, I think so.
Well, good luck bringing her back.
Any advice?
A friend of mine gets overwhelmed like that. Tough love doesn't work. Neither does unwanted advice. Basically, don't do what I always do. That'll just make it worse.
Are you really going to chase the birthday girl through a hellish dimension she completely controls?
I cannot do nothing. If there is a chance, I will bring her back.
Oh, I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm documenting the weirdest birthday party I've ever attended. Hey, if you take too long, I call dibs on your cake. If we can scavenge some off the ceiling.
Thanks for doing this. Any questions, or are you ready to go?
All right. Send me after magic.
Okay, here goes nothing. When blood is shed, let the staff of one emerge.
Who are you?
You made a wish, and I'm in the business of granting wishes. Tell me, why does your heart ache?
They forgot. Today is my...
Oh, sweetly, your birthday. What an awful way to learn what your family truly thinks of you.
They don't love me. Nobody does.
I can bring you to a magical kingdom, make you its queen, loved by all in its domain. But you have to wish it so.
I could never be as special as a queen.
Now, that's a lie your family would tell you. I happen to know you're a very special girl.
Before we go, I have a question.
Of course. Ask me anything, my queen.
Are you a monster?
Oh, child, I'm so much more than that. I'm a friend. The only one you'll ever need.
Legal esse diálogo aí, contou a história quando a magia encontrou o monstro, a criatura misteriosa. A magia fez um desejo, um pedido, apareceu essa criatura, e foi a criatura que, a partir da vontade dela, ela teve que aceitar, levou a magia para essa outra dimensão. Então, por anos, desde criança, a magia morou nessa dimensão, até que ela se tornou mesmo a rainha dessa dimensão. Legal a gente ouvir essa história aí. Eu tô um pouquinho perdido, não sei exatamente... Ah, agora eu acho que eu sei para onde eu tenho que ir. Tem uma casa ali, olha só. Que estranho, né? Tem uma casa, será que é a casa da magia ou a casa da criatura? Eu tô curioso agora pra conhecer essa criatura. Uma casa no Limbo. Que lugar é esse? É o Limbo, minha filha. Você acabou de falar. Deixa eu dar uma olhada em volta da casa. Já aproveita aí pra deixar o seu like no vídeo, não vai esquecer. Opa! Um baú lendário, o segundo que eu encontro. Então deixa seu like e inscreva-se no canal CJBR Consoles e Jogos Brasil. Aplica 1 de vulnerabilidade e 1 de marcado a todos os membros da Hydra. Não esquece de ativar o sininho, hein? Clica aí no sininho para ativar as notificações, para você não perder os próximos vídeos.
Hunter. And here. It is not possible to enter Limbo without my knowing. How did you get here?
Nico used the Staff of One?
Of course. And why did she not come herself?
She thought it would make things worse.
Well, that makes 2 of us. Wait, if you found your way to this place, what did you hear?
I will never share what I heard with anyone.
That is a kindness. You must understand, it is my deepest shame. The creature you heard brought me here, but my childish needs cursed me to this terrible place. I lost my childhood to one bad choice, I trusted a silver tongue instead of my own family. This day is an anniversary of my weakness. Nothing more. I should stay here this evening. I can endure the stares and whispers, but not tonight.
We could hang out here, if you want.
I would like that. Do you like the music?
I do.
Good.
Why do you ask?
This was the only music I had for so long. I found it in Limbo. Trash, discarded by the universe.
Is that normal? How can trash get to Limbo?
All forgotten things can find their way here. Even music, and the means to play it. Even now, I only listen at meaningful times, when I wish to remember the moment. There are more of those now, but not enough to outweigh the days I want to forget. Hunter, can we stay here for a time? Listen to the music?
Of course.
Good. We must do this again. We are not besties yet, but we are getting there.
Why does this look like your room in the Abbey?
It doesn't. My room in the Abbey looks like this one. For years, this was the only place in Limbo where I was safe, where I felt at home.
Could you tell me about the creature you mentioned?
Something I hope you never have the misfortune to meet. I can say no more.
Why not?
It hears when you speak its name. I refuse to give it this satisfaction.
What happened to it?
An eviction of sorts.
A permanent one?
That is my hope.
The creature said many strange things about you. How much was true?
None. All were lies to manipulate a stupid child. The creature brought me here to rule this place, but not as I do now. It desired a servant. Loyal, unthinking. A stupid child who believed its lies. I took great pleasure in disappointing it.
I should get going.
I will open a portal for you.
Good night, Magic.
See you, Hunter.
I should get going.
See you, Hunter.
You were gone for so long. Did you find Magic?
I did. She is going to spend the night in Limbo.
Is she doing all right? Is she mad at me?
Once she is back, the two of you should talk.
Of course, you're right. I'm just glad she's doing better. I can't thank you enough for doing this. Don't know how this would have ended without you. Good night, Hunter.
Good night, Nico.
Ganhei um colar novo, um tal de colar equilibrado, agora eu nem lembro onde é que eu acesso essas coisas novas aí que eu ganho. Deixa eu dar uma olhada. Legal que o jogo vai desenvolvendo bastante a história dos personagens. Gostei do bonequinho de voodoo que eu ganhei ali, vocês viram? Effigy amaldiçoado, olha aí que legal. É um bonequinho de voodoo, bem bacana. Me dá a impressão, posso estar enganado, me dá a impressão de que esse jogo se inspirou bastante nas séries da Marvel. Tem as séries, tem a WandaVision, tem Runaway, que é Os Fugitivos em português. Parece que é melhor esse colar aqui, hein? Esse colar aqui me dá uma habilidade passiva. E essa aqui eu jogo 3 cartas de poder para ganhar o poder do colar. A outra são 3 cartas de luz, eu uso mais carta de poder do que carta de luz. Então eu acho melhor esse colar aí. Qual que é outra série? Tem outra série também que é... Oh, meu Deus, como é que chama? Tem uma outra série da Marvel que ficou famosa também, Shield. Não tem alguma coisa da Shield? Esqueci qual que é o nome da série completo, mas me dá a impressão de que a história desse jogo se fundamenta bastante nos acontecimentos da série. Então você tem a Wanda aqui, você tem a Agatha Harkness ali, a fantasminha, a história de Salem também, a Agatha Harkness, ela é uma bruxa relacionada com a história de Salem, então me dá a impressão que o jogo ele acaba se fundamentando muito aí na história das séries, as séries televisivas aí mais contemporâneas da Marvel. Bom, deixa eu dar mais uma exploradinha aqui, terraço de pedra. Pera aí que eu tô indo pro lado errado. Quando eu vim pra cá pela primeira vez, quando eu ganhei a segunda palavra do poder, eu pude atravessar essa ponte. Na verdade, eu entrei pela caverna e eu saí, acho que foi por aqui. Deixa eu me localizar certinho aqui pra saber pra onde eu tenho que ir. E eu vi um buraco que eu passei por cima dele, um buraco com uma magia, um bloqueio que pareceu uma magia, justamente aqui no Vale dos Ventos. Eu achei que eu ia lá pra baixo de alguma forma e não fui, ó, aqui, ó, passei por cima dessa ponte, só que eu fiz alguma coisa errada aqui, eu acho que eu fui pra esquerda aqui, ó. Eu acho que eu fui pra esquerda aqui, deveria ter ido pra direita, nem abri essa caixa arcana, porque é o nível mais baixo das caixas arcanas, mas já que eu tenho 2 chaves, resolvi já abrir essa aí, bacana. Eu acho que por aqui eu consigo chegar ali, quero ver, tem uma casa ali, vocês vão ver que tem uma caverna com um bloqueio ali. Eita, nós. Estranho isso aqui, hein? Eu acho que era pra eu ter encontrado isso naquele meu outro vídeo. Só que eu passei direto, acabei não vendo esse negócio aqui. Talvez isso esteja relacionado com o terceiro selo que eu preciso encontrar pra poder entrar na terceira caverna, pra conseguir a terceira palavra do poder. Acho que vai estar relacionado. Só dar uma olhada em volta aqui para não deixar nenhum recurso para trás. E Pomeia, mais um reagente que eu encontrei aqui.
This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the Coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
They came all the way from Transia, with the Abbey, to help a group they had never met?
You may not believe it, but I'm sure you would have done the same. Isn't that why the Sons are here today? Aside from that, your mother and Sarah both saw the signs of Chthon's influence. They knew there was more happening in Salem than the persecution of witches.
Chthon's corruption had taken root in the New World, just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the moon seals to the Knights of Wundagore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But that is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the moon seal?
After the trials, the moon seal vanished along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind. Good hunting, dear.
This must be Shaw's study.
Diário de Hiram Shaw. Esse Hiram Shaw aqui, então, ele seria uma espécie de um pastor aqui. Seria um dos responsáveis, isso, entre aspas, aconteceu de verdade, não com esse cara, mas um dos responsáveis pela morte de pessoas em Salem. Então houve um episódio em Salem. Então esse jogo, a história desse jogo está muito relacionada com a história de Salem, que foi um episódio que aconteceu nos Estados Unidos, uma galera da Europa que foi para essa região. Opa, conhecimento arcano. Ah, baú comum não requer mais chave arcana. Acabei de abrir um baú comum, caramba. Desperdicei uma chave arcana. Então, principalmente, se eu não me engano, pessoas vindas da Inglaterra. E os caras... Ah, revelei aqui umas imagens. Suspeitos do clã A se recusou a lutar, tava esperando seu pacifismo, babá. Eu acho que eu vou ter que usar esses desenhos pra achar a chave arcana. Eu acho que eu tô reconhecendo esse desenho aqui, hein? Essa água passando por debaixo de uma ponte. Eu acho que eu sei onde que é. Essa moça conseguiu me atingir no rosto, um erro pelo qual ela pagou caro, uma busca minuciosa em seu covil imundo. Ah, esse lugar eu sei onde é. A Caverna da Bruxa. Eu achei uma Caverna da Bruxa. Esse lugar eu sei onde é. Então eu vou ter que provavelmente procurar nesses lugares aí pra provavelmente encontrar o terceiro selo. Eita, nós! Tem uns símbolos muito loucos aqui desse lado. Então... essa é uma história meio complicada, qualquer hora eu conto com mais detalhes pra vocês. Mas existe até hoje os mitos de Salem, porque muita coisa que a gente vê na TV, que todo mundo que gritava bruxa, pegavam uma mulher e queimavam, jogavam na fogueira. Isso como uma história de Salem, falando que é uma história de Salem, é mentira. Tá? Pelo menos dos textos que eu li na época, isso já faz um bom tempo... que falava, inclusive, das pessoas julgadas e condenadas por bruxaria, eu não lembro de nenhuma pessoa... Ah, o Charles Xavier, ele é o Papa na carta de tarô, que legal. Eu não lembro de nenhuma pessoa que foi queimada. As pessoas geralmente eram enforcadas, pelo menos em Salem. E não eram só mulheres, eram homens e mulheres que eram acusados de bruxaria. Homens e mulheres. Então a história foi muito distorcida... pra fazer parecer que era um complô machista, que no final das contas não era, não.
The goddess disagrees. There must not be anything here. This ward is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
And yet, it's familiar somehow.
Like the wards of protection that Wanda invoked to protect Dr. Strange's sanctum?
Very perceptive, dear. Maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool.
Tell me about Hiram Shaw.
By all accounts, Hiram Shaw was a desperate man. Desperate for power, wealth, influence, the usual desires that cloud men's minds. As I understand it, he was a largely unsuccessful minister before his arrival at Salem, traveling from place to place, swindling whatever followers he managed to gain before being run out of town. To think that a simple man like Shaw finding a piece of the Darkhold was enough to set all of this in motion, it puts things in perspective.
What do you know about my father?
That's not an easy question, dear. What would you like to know? Was he a good man? Yes, I think he was. Your mother loved him dearly, and he doted over her. I think for a time she forgot who she was, where she came from. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. She and Sarah both deserve to find something more than just another fight with Chthon. Lilith did. Sarah didn't. At least, not for a while longer still. I honestly think that's the only thing she ever had against him, blood or not.
Did Wanda ever make it to this place?
I suspect she did. But if she discovered something, she didn't tell me. Until we...
Ah, Hunter, I was just admiring the collection. Someone spent a great deal of time piecing this library together. I hope you don't mind me, having a look around.
Of course not, Doctor. The library is an asset to us all.
I see I'm not the only one who's taken an interest in these works. You haven't been getting into anything precarious, I hope?
I have found something on the Abbey grounds that I think you should see.
Oh, sounds mysterious. By all means, lead the way. You were right to bring this to my attention, Hunter.
I thought it resembled one of your wards of protection.
There's a reason for that. It's the same magic Wanda invoked in her attempts to protect the Sanctum. But what is it that you're chasing out here? These wards aren't something to toy with.
I will not know for sure until I get past this. Is there any way to dispel it?
Unfortunately, no. What good would the wards of protection be if they were so easily broken? But I have been wrong before, at least recently. Do you have any suspicions as to who may have conjured this here?
Wanda spent a great deal of time out here, and she had the power.
She does have some experience with these spells. But why would she do that?
The only way I will know for sure is to find a way through to the other side.
I'll think on it and see if I can come up with some way to assist you, Hunter. For now, though, you'll have to be patient. You go on, Hunter. I'd like to study this area a bit more.
Vai lá estudar então, ô Doutor Estranho, porque eu preciso entrar nessa caverna. E se foi a Wanda realmente que fechou essa caverna, é porque provavelmente tem algo perigoso ali. Porque pra que a Wanda iria fechar aquela caverna? Jogaria um feitiço lá.
Sorry, dear. Hope I didn't startle you. Hunter, hello. Hunter, you saw her, didn't you? Wanda.
What does she want?
What we all want. To be found.
But Sarah does not want to find her.
I will always love Sarah. Even her stubbornness, even her rigidity, even when she's wrong. And she is wrong this time. She still blames Wanda for my death.
How do I convince her Wanda is still out there?
You can't. Sarah won't believe it until she sees Wanda with her own eyes. I know you didn't know Wanda, but I did. She's family, Hunter. We cannot leave her behind. Besides, we can't win this battle against your mother without her. So find her, Hunter. Bring her back. For all our sakes. What are you doing here, Hunter? You need to find the Midnight Suns and save Wanda. And you need to do it now.
E por essa eu não esperava, um sonho com a Wanda, e a Wanda, ela com um traje de feiticeira escarlate. Faz diferença isso? Pior que faz diferença isso. Se esse jogo realmente está seguindo um pouquinho, pelo menos não seguindo os eventos, mas pelo menos se baseando no universo das séries da Marvel, a Wanda como Wanda e a Wanda como feiticeira escarlate faz uma diferença. Faz uma diferença pelo que eu conheço da história. Eu nem assisti as séries, tenho amigos que assistiram e acabam me falando uma coisa ou outra. Ué, por que eu dormi? Não dá pra eu fazer o meu treino diário? Ah, porque os Midnight Suns, eles desapareceram. Eu vou ter que encontrar eles aí em algum lugar. Bom, gente, mas basicamente era isso que eu queria mostrar pra vocês. Nem tivemos combate hoje, mas evoluímos bastante na história. E agora eu já tenho um norte, pelo menos, pra encontrar o terceiro selo. Que eu vou precisar entrar na terceira caverna para desbloquear a terceira palavra de poder. Eu não sei exatamente se melhorar o meu quarto me ajuda de alguma coisa. É ruim que tudo que você faz aqui você gasta dinheiro. Então, sei lá, eu coloquei uma pintura lá no quadro. Eu tenho uma outra pintura, eu quero trocar, eu tenho que pagar para eu tirar a pintura do quarto. Então são as coisas meio toscas aqui. Mas no geral o jogo tá bem legal, ele me surpreendeu, é bem melhor do que eu imaginava. Olha o suporte de armadura para aquela armadura que eu comecei a usar inicialmente da Hunter. E é isso aí, meus amigos. Vou ficando hoje então por aqui, desejando um ótimo dia a todos e até o próximo vídeo. Valeu, até mais, fui!